Okay, a little update from yesterday's video. I rode this scooter again. It's the one I got, if you're not aware, it's the one I got from the thrift store for about $3. It's a kid's scooter and it's not exactly meant for an adult to ride on it, but I was saying all kinds of good things about it and I had this really good first impression. Well, today I rode it again, took it through the test. And I gotta say, I think my first impression was a little exaggerated on the good side. I wasn't so impressed today. Yeah, I took it over sidewalks and things that were bumpy and just like normal stuff I would be scootering over. And there's a few times where I could have definitely fallen over if I wasn't paying attention. I hit a few cracks that were, the front wheel just, went bonk, and then the whole scooter went doing this way. And luckily I was paying attention. So I decided, because it feels so dangerous, I don't want to keep riding it. And so I also made a decision based on this, on which one to buy. In my last video, I was saying how I wasn't sure which one of these I wanted to buy, whether it's the A5 Lux like this one, or if it was going to be the A5 Air like this one, or maybe an electric one. Well, my little experience today, maybe I come to conclusions too fast, as we see already, but based on the crazy amount of danger that I was feeling with these small tires, I could have went to the bigger tires, but I had a scooter that was just like this, except generic and not as good. And the deck was, well, actually the deck on this one looks pretty high. That doesn't look like an accurate picture. Honestly, is this even the real thing? Let me try a different color. Okay. Why is the black one have a low deck? What? Is it just me? The blue one has a low deck. The pink one. These are all low. And then you get to the red one. What is that about? Don't get the red one, apparently. Unless you want a high deck. What? Anyway, that distracted me completely. I don't remember what I was saying, but basically, yeah, I was very unhappy and feeling pretty scared of this scooter. I felt safer walking, which you don't want to be feeling like that on a scooter. Like, what's the point? So I made the drastic decision, after doing a little bit more research, to get the Air 5. Did I say Air 5 again? A5 Air. Might as well be the Air 5, right? And my decision behind it was because the sidewalks and things, they're just too bumpy and unstable, and I don't want to have to worry about that so much. And actually, I figured any speed, this red one, I figured any speed I would have gained from this one, I wouldn't have used anyway because of the danger factor of the tires getting caught on things and being more bumpy and all that stuff. So they say this one is slower, but I would probably go slower on this one actually because I'd be scared, right? This one I might even go faster because it's not as scary. The tires are like more of a rubber and they go over dirt and rocks and everything without an issue from like everything I've seen on YouTube. So I figure the difference in speed isn't going to be an issue for me. And this will be a nicer ride. It'll be smoother. So did I mention this? I already ordered one. It's on the way. I got it for about half the price of the new one. So brand new, it's $130. So I'm happy about that. It's used. It's not perfect, but it's supposed to be in pretty good condition. We'll see. And thank you for your comments that you guys have left. I still have some questions, but I think this is gonna satisfy like a big curiosity of mine. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. And it almost kind of felt like an impulsive buy. Like I just bought it without thinking, except I had to remember I did do a lot of research on this. and I watched reviews and people's opinions and different things. So it's not like even though I did suddenly decide to buy it, I did do some research. So, but yeah, man, my first impression was wrong about this one. I mean, I'll admit it is a kid's scooter, but I must have been going downhill the other day when I tried it, because I only tried it really briefly. But when I did try it, I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is so good. Like miles better than what I had before. And yeah, I guess I was kind of wrong. Oops. By the way, in my last video, I mentioned how the price keeps changing every single time I look at this. There you go. $39.66 now. Last video, I saw $29.99. What's with that? It could be the color. Oh no, this is definitely more now. $57.99. Okay. The blue one, 45 something. Yeah, this is what? Okay, pink one, green one's on what? Are they going unavailable as we speak? Oh, interesting. This one was just $39.99, wasn't it? I don't know where $29.99 went. I can't find it. Oh, there we go. It's the frustration-free packaging. Okay, so a little tip for you guys watching. There's a difference in price between this one and this one. There it is. $39. Okay, that's the one I saw. Man, that is confusing, isn't it? So yeah, check all your options here. Check like all the different combinations, like pink with standard, pink with frustration free, green with standard, green with frustration. Try all the different combinations, because man, this is confusing. So yep, I'll give you another update once I get this one, see what I think about it. And well, I mean, assuming it's going to be working and everything. I heard the deck is pretty low, even lower than the A5. And also because it sinks a little because of the air tires. So I am excited about that. But I'm also a little concerned that what if it's too low? But we'll find out. And with this one, I never did bottom out today. The most that had happened was my little tires would get stuck in the cracks. And it was just like, boom, stop. Which means fly over the handlebars, except I was paying attention and didn't do that. Oh, interesting. I didn't see this before. ABEC-5 high-speed bearings. I didn't know that. Oh, in my last video, I said they didn't have any special bearings. I am wrong. They do have the good ones. Aren't these pretty good? Well, either way, the one I have is rusted and the wheels sound crunchy and they don't wheel very long, so I don't know, maybe this one will end up rolling longer than the other, this one, because this one for me is rusty. And I'm assuming the one I'm getting, which is used, will not be rusty, because it didn't look rusty. Now, I've seen things about that it's hard to pump up the tires on this. Oh, is this the little valve right here? I'm trying to find the valves because they don't really show it. But apparently the frame here and the valve like really have a big conflict, and you can't really get your air pump, in the little space there. But I did find a trick that I think his channel name is Have a Nice Ride. He has a lot of really good info about scooters like this. So I recommend checking out his channel if you want to know like really in-depth stuff. Like he tests them side by side and does maximum speed tests and braking tests and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, on his channel, he said that you can use the supplied Allen wrench and kind of shove it in between the rim here and the, what do you call that thing? I just said it a little bit ago, didn't I? The valve thing. So you shove it in between there and it re-angles the valve to be facing away from the frame. And then it's easy to get your air pump in. So it's like using the tools that you already get with the scooter and you don't need anything special. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm definitely going to be trying that. So yeah, I'm excited and I can't wait to try it out. I should have just waited one more day before I made that video yesterday, but I think me making the video is what pushed me to finally ride this one and get a second opinion about my first impression kind of thing, if that made any sense. Because, gosh, I feel so kind of stupid because it's like I rode it for probably only a minute and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the best scooter ever. And I rode it again. I'm like, nope, I was wrong. Whatever, I don't know. That's just a thing that I do every so often. I come to conclusions a little too quick. But it did push me to actually write it and all that stuff because it was like, okay, now I made the video, now I want to move forward kind of thing. I don't know, that's weird, isn't it? Because if I didn't make that video, it wouldn't I wouldn't have pushed myself to do it for probably another couple weeks or maybe a month, or like I already had the scooter for probably a week. And every day I'm like, I want to ride this thing. I want to ride it. And I never would do it. That's weird how the brains work, huh? Brains are weird. Or maybe it's just me. But man, what is with this red one? Why don't you match? That's really bugging me. So somebody likes a red one. They're not going to get a low deck. Like, man, I'm really beating this down over and over, but that really bugs me. It doesn't even look the same. Like, look at the pink one and look at, like, no. And the floorboard has a completely different design. Or, oh, it has the round tape thing like that. The others don't have that. Why? What? Okay, I'm going to stop talking about that. Well, I will see you in the next update. Stupid red scooter.